Hello everyone, I'm Dr. M, and I'm gonna show you how to escape the forest. There are a bunch of different ways to go about it, so I guess I'll show you, I'll start with the easiest way and gradually show you faster and trickier ways of doing it. By far the easiest way is to get on top of this stone thing and wait for Navi to appear. When she does appear, you press B a couple of times, and that will make Link pull out his sword, and he will fall off the stone block and do a jump slash. So just mash B until he does a jump slash, and when he is jump slashing, mash C up to talk to Navi. And it's almost impossible to fail. It looks like this. Like that. It makes Link fall through the water, and from here you just cancel the text box and swing into the loading zone. And it's really easy to do, but it is kind of slow since you have to wait for Navi to appear. So you can also escape the forest without waiting for Navi. Luckily the loading zone that takes you to Zora's River, it extends from all the way from the hole down there up to the top of the stone thing. So if you can get inside of the stone thing here, you can hit the loading zone just by swimming into the middle of it. So you can clip into this by doing a jump slash, but you need to have a good angle and a good position, and it's pretty precise, so you need to do a setup to get into a good spot. And there are several different setups. In my opinion, the easiest one, also the slowest one, is from here. You get into this corner, and there's gonna be a few movements here, so it might be a little bit confusing first time you see it. You can just rewind the video and watch them again, I guess. But make sure you're all the way in the corner, backflip, roll, and while rolling release Z to untarget, and then retarget. Side hop, roll, untarget, and retarget. Side up into the corner here and roll without untargeting. And here, you slash your sword once and backflip. And now you have the perfect angle and the perfect position to clip into the stone thing. I don't even know what to call that. Stone slab? I don't even know. But from here, all we need to do is side hop right, and while in the air, hit B to do a jump slash. And you need to time the jump slash really well. It is frame perfect, so that means you have only one frame to hit B for it to work. So don't feel bad if you mistime it a few times at first. It takes a while to get a feeling for the timing, but it should look like this. Like so. So now I'm inside of the stone thing, and I can just swing into the middle of it, and that will put me in the loading zone. But I want to show you some other ways of setting that up too. Okay, so a faster way of getting a good angle and a good position is to aim at this corner right here. You see that corner right there that I'm facing? Now that's a pretty good way of doing this, and a lot of people like that strat. So, because you can do it all the way from here, like you're coming from Kokiri Forest through Lost Woods like this. So just aim Link's, the middle of Link's head. It's not ridiculously precise, but you want to aim pretty well towards that corner, and just when you have a good angle, hold Z and keep holding C. Then just make your way into this corner here, to the left side of the stone thing. You can side roll to make sure you're all the way in the corner, slash the wall, and backflip, and now we have a good position and angle again. And we can do the clip. Okay, so that setup is by far the most common, and it's not that hard, and it's pretty fast. An even faster way of doing this is what we call the ESS setup. If you don't know what ESS is, it is when you just push, like barely push the control stick to make Link move like this. That's what we call the ESS position on the control stick. Like you want him to just turn like that. Like if he starts like this, if he starts walking, that means you are pushing too far on the control stick. And obviously if he's not moving at all, you're not pushing far enough. You want this like slidey, turny thing. Okay, and we can actually use that move to set up the Naviless Forest Escape. So what you want to do is get in this corner right here. Make sure you are good in the corner. And then you want to hold ESS position right. Like barely push the control stick right to make Link turn like that. And you want to make him turn right for 2 frames. No more, no less, no less. And this is not super easy. It's definitely not super easy to do it quickly. I myself am not very good at it. It should look something like this. Like, oh, so yeah, there we go. I just did 1 frame and then I did another frame. And that should give you the good angle. After you do this a while, you can sort of tell if you got it. Like that is good. Oh, I went too far that time. I went too far that time too. Another thing to remember when you're doing this particular setup is when you get the good angle, you want to slash the wall with your sword. And for this setup, you need to backflip immediately after you hit the wall with your sword or it won't work. So, like that. So you can't like slash the wall and wait because Link will take a step back and you will be in a bad spot. So from here you can do the clip. So if you're really good at getting the ESS position quickly, like that can be a good way of doing the trick. But I mean, it's not the easiest way. Okay, so the hardest way of doing this, in my opinion, is what we call, well, what I call the skater setup, because Skater found it. It is even faster than the ESS setup. And you do it from here, like you're coming from Kokiri Forest and you're moving to this area. And you want to aim Link's head like here, on this corner, right there. So you come here and you... oh, can't even do it. It's so weird not like doing it when you're not coming from here. Okay, so like that. And then you can just turn 180 degrees and start back walking. And as you like pass the water here, like you know what corner you need to get into, you want to release target and hold down left on your control stick and do a roll. Now, in order to make Link turn correctly, like the correct amount, you have to time the roll. And I can't really explain to you how to time it, you just have to experiment with it and find the timing for yourself. The timing for that roll is frame perfect, so, I mean, it is hard to do. But after you do this a while, like you can tell, like that was good. I did the roll correctly, so now I just get into this corner. And just as with the ESS position setup, you want to backflip immediately as you hit the wall with the sword, like that. And you can do the trick. Now, that is a difficult way of doing it, so, I mean, don't feel bad if you can't get that. As a bonus, I guess I can show you also how to do this without a sword. Like in some situations you might not have a sword when you do this trick. You might only have a Deku stick. So what you can do is, obviously you can do the Navi dive. That will not break your stick, so that's fine. And another way of doing it is like this is how I do it with the Deku stick. I aim for this corner just as with the setup with the sword. Get into this corner. Now though, normally we would slash the wall and do a backflip, but if we don't have a sword, we can't do that, because if we would use the stick, it would break. So, in order to get into the good position, from here, backflip, untarget and retarget, and roll. Untargeting and retargeting makes Link roll straight ahead. If you don't do that, you will do like a crooked roll. And then you do that again. Backflip, untarget, retarget, and roll. And now you're in the good position to do this with the Deku Stick. Like so. And the stick didn't break, now you can use it to do the Wes. So, I don't even know how comprehensive that was. I did this tutorial because I've gotten some requests, like on how to escape the forest in different ways. So I hope it was helpful. As always, feel free to ask questions if you had any. But yeah, thanks for watching and good luck escaping the forest.